Hello everyone, how's it going? Here's another pick a card reading. So today's reading is going to be called What Do People Love or Like About Me? So it's just a sum of how people see you and what they respect about you. So today we'll kind of be boosting your ego a little bit, making you feel good about yourself, hopefully. I have the cards laid out here 1 to 11, but before I get started, I have a few announcements to make. The first one is that on the app Instant Go, I have a promotion going on where you can ask me anything for only $6.99. It's my lowest price yet from before I even started YouTube. So if you want to know something about yourself or a love interest, hit me up on there. If not, I have free readings going on my Instagram all the time and also exclusive pick a card readings, so follow me on there if you haven't. And last but not least, I have personal readings, full readings in depth, a video just like this I send to you, and email me on information on that. So all the description will be in the bio. I'll let you look at the cards for a few more seconds and we'll get started. I'm trying to make this one short and sweet so we're not here all day, and I want to get a video out to you guys because it's been a while and I've been busy. All right, so here we go. Let's get started. I know everyone says I talk fast. I'm sorry. It's just how I am. And I have a lot of energy. Trying to bring some excitement into your lives. All right, so what do people love and like about you? Option number 1. All right, so you have the ability to release the past like it's nothing. You have been through some hardships, right? And people around you have seen this, but for some reason, you have this ability to just pick up and go like no other person. It's like you are constantly going through these themes of rebirth in your life, and it's amazing. Like, you're able to just become new. Like, you have your moments, but honestly, like, people don't even realize that you have mourned, because before you're crying, but the next day you are good again. Like, you are so good. You don't hold grudges. You don't hold on to the past. You're not mad about what that one girl said about you in high school 7 years ago. Like, you're the opposite of that person. You're like, so what? And you even see that person around and say, hey, what's up, girl? Like, that is just how forgiving and how you're able to just keep your ego out of things, and you make your healing process easier by that. You understand that not everything in life is personal, and you just know how to just pick up and keep going. And not only that, you make people feel like they have no problems in the world when they're around you. So awesome. You have the ability to just release the past. Short and sweet. All right. You just have such a positive energy about you. That's all I can really pick up. All right. Option number 2. All right, pretty straightforward here. What do people love about you? You are loyal. You are a good friend. You're not an impulsive person. You can just see that on loyalty. That's a trait that most people admire. Loyalty, honesty, integrity, all those things. Not only that, you're not judgmental at all. And you definitely are like, you take the simple approach to things, but that's almost respectable. So you're the type of friend that, if you had like friends that think too much, you'd be like, just stop, you're thinking too much. Like, the simple approach is the best approach in your life, and I think that is awesome. Not only that, you are very free-spirited, so you do not carry burdens on you, like other people would, and you just come to realizations really quickly. So you'd be the person people go to with practical advice. Not only that, you will never, not be there. You are a solid friend, so you'll be there when somebody needs you, You might be slow to enter into these relationships, but once you're in, you are so loyal. So this is talking friends and family think of you in that way. It's so funny. People that don't know you well kind of think you're kind of carefree, or you're kind of detached. But when people get to know you, they're like, wow, this is a good friend right here. So two sides to it. It's like, people think you're carefree and fun, but when they get to know you, they realize that you're a serious and good friend. So it's like a double win for you. People like you because of both of those reasons. They don't dislike you for seeming detached. They kind of admire that about you as well. They kind of want to be your friend. When they get there, it's a pretty good thing. They know that they're going to have something solid. So people love and respect that about you. Awesome. Option number 2. All right. Option number 3. What do people love about you? All right, here we go. You have this charitable nature to you. You are like a humble queen or something like that, or king, each gender watches my videos, so I cannot say queen. But the energy is very much like you make people feel like connected to their inner child. And I really have a feeling you were raised on good manners, or you're just very well mannered. You open doors for people. You know how to just be respectful of people. And not only that, it's because it's not even for a show. It's like you connect with people on a human level. So you have connected with people from all different walks of life, whether it's like, from different incomes, different races. None of that matters to you. You just see people as who they are. You don't care how much money they have. You've kind of done this thing where you just help anyone. You'll help an old woman cross the street. You are the classic, kind-hearted, good neighbor, you know, and that's what people love about you. They know what they're going to get with you, and you have this sense of empathy that is admirable. You really do care for people, and people have picked up on that. Not only that, I feel like you never lose your sense of innocence, which is just beautiful. You know, people just know that you are a wonderful, humble person, and not many people are like that lately. People are rude, so, you know, you have that about you. You have these old school manners as well, so good work, and I would love that about you too if I knew you. All right. Option number 4. What do people love or like about you? Alrighty. So we got peacefulness. We got the high priestess. And, alright. Okay, so you are wise. Great. You're an old soul. You bring peace to people's lives. You probably are in some kind of position where you are a mentor, a teacher, a counselor, a spiritual worker. I'm getting high spiritual vibes and high intuition coming from this because of the moon and the high priestess coming in here. So you are somebody, you probably do oracle cards. Like, people come to you and be like, hey, like, I need help. Look at, like, a runes. And you just have this thing about you where you know how to really teach and mentor people. And I'm even getting animals as well. So you might be working with animals because I'm getting all this, like, imagery here. So I really do feel like, you know, you could even be like an animal sitter, but it's beyond that. Like, you treat people the same way. I'm really getting you're an old soul. So, you know, in the most classic sense, like, you're no drama. You just bring peace to people's lives. They know what they're going to get. I feel you're very mellow. I mean, you're a deep person, you're emotional, but you don't show that to people. You definitely show your cool side. You keep your problems to yourself. You don't dump them on other people, and people just know they can go to you for advice, and they love that about you. You're reliable. You're like a mentor to them. You're a mentor to most, and that probably grows tiresome, let me tell you that, but you know what? People love you for that, and they respect you for that, and that's an awesome thing to be. So congratulations. You bring peace into people's lives, which is really needed at this time of age. You're an old soul, so you probably know that already, right? All right, option number 5. What do people love about you? All right, well, people love that you have emotional intelligence, because, you know, this is a very diplomatic card, but with the 7 of Swords, it kind of gets a bad reputation. But there's, like, an innocence to this 7 of Swords, so the sneaky behavior. So, you know, what situation would you use sneaky behavior to get what you want? Well, you know, I had this example, like, you're in the club or something and your friend gets kicked out. You would be the one that would be able to talk to the bouncer and talk your way out of things. And it's not like a salesy thing. It's almost like a, let's stick together, and it's a genuine thing. So you will use your manipulation and your emotional intelligence to kind of get ahead. Very diplomatic. And I wouldn't say it's more like a detached, like, kind of diplomatic, like politics. It's more of like an emotional connection to people that you're able to sustain. So it's not even that you're being manipulative or malicious. You actually just know how to get what you want out of people. Like, you can also push people to like be better people by kind of knowing what to say to them. And that's awesome. You really have a gift of talking to people, and other people really respect that. So you have the gift of gab, and, you know, you can work in fields where talking to people, but also, like, caring about them is go hand in hand, you know, like the service industry or something like that. And not only that, you can probably make good money because everybody likes you. You're so good at making instant connections with people, so you can just talk your way into anything, and actually make genuine connections out of it, and that's awesome. And you're kind and you're genuine, so you will not use this power for evil, but you could if you wanted to. You probably know that, right? All right, option number 6. All right, so what do people love about you? So people love that you have an extreme amount of self-love and self-respect. So you're not overstepping any boundaries with yourself or with others. You do have a lot of love in your heart, but not only that, you have a lot of truth pouring out of you, and you do not like game playing, and you're not down for that. So if someone's playing games, you're the type of person to be like, they're playing games, drop them, and nobody wants to play games with you because they'll lose because you won't even engage in that. You can pick up that stuff so easily because you love yourself. And people can pick up on games, don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact that you know not to accept this stuff from yourself. Like, people just admire that. They're like, I want to be cool like that. Like, I want to be that person. Like, I don't want to love myself. Like, you don't care. Like, it could be the guy of your dreams. If he's playing games with you, you're like, goodbye. Like, come back to me when you grow up. Like, you got this self-love and you're good with that. And it's just, You know what it is? It doesn't even mean that doesn't hurt you to do that. You just know, like, how to treat yourself with love, and you have so much love to give that it's just so admirable. And I really feel like you always come out on top if somebody challenges you, because you have this self-esteem and this self-love, and people really love that. They're like, teach me to be like you. Like, you know, people will kind of say, like, you're so confident, and you might even be like, huh, I am? Because you never really noticed, but I guess it's because you're just unapologetic, and that's awesome. And kind of like spill the truth all over the place. I feel like you're like that friend people kind of have to shut up sometimes, like, please, no, don't say, you know, because it makes people, you're so honest that people get uncomfortable. Like, people are not used to that level of honesty, but let me tell you, we need that. People are wearing their masks all the time, so you can really unmask people with your truth and your honesty, and call people as it is. And you know what, the right people will like you for that. So and the right people do, and they love you for that, honestly. So awesome. People pick option number 6. All right, option number 7. What do people love about you? All right. You are highly respected in your community, in your school, in your workplace, wherever you go. You could be a respected mother as well for some people. If not, you're a respected single person. It's like the duality here, because it's interesting because we have like this Miss Independent 9 of Pentacles here, which means that you're pretty much good at everything. But I feel like with the respect here, that you have respect wherever you go. So the cards are kind of showing like a duality. Like, I see on one hand, you can be a mom, married, children, but you're still highly respected and independent because you're your own person. And at the same time, you could be an unmarried single woman and still be respected. It just comes to show that you don't really need any kind of lifestyle to be happy. And not only that, you're respectable because you always carried yourself with that respect, even when you were younger or how you are today. Or if you are young, then no matter where you go, you always maintain that about you, no matter where you are. Also, you're very motherly. They're like the mom of the group or the dad of the group, I have to say, like, for my men out there. But I really do feel like you are good at maintaining this self-respect, and you will not do anything that compromises your morals, and people love that about you. So they'll respect you when they say, you know what, I'm gonna sit this one out. This is not for me. Like, my kids are waiting for me at home, or my dog, I have to feed my dog, I can't come out tonight. Whatever it is, like, you know, that's respectful, and you won't compromise your morals, and you have this self-respect. You don't ever want to fit in or be cool. That was never you, and everyone loves you for that. And not only that, I feel like you have some level of status, and you're actually very lucky. So this is like, and you're pretty good looking, so it's like people just really respect you, and that's awesome. I kind of feel like you might be highly educated as well, or just really smart, or just really good at getting yourself together. All right, option number 8. What do people love or like about me? Well, here we go. All right, you are like a burst of energy. You live your life with purpose and passion, and you're impulsive and you're not committed, but this is the best way possible, because you know what it is? So many people get stuck in their roles of like how to live and what they think they are. And I always try to teach people there's not just one way of being. Like, you understand that. Like, people notice that you'll jump from one thing to the other, but it all has to do with your purpose, and you don't care what anybody else thinks about you. And not only that, you find happiness wherever you go. So you'll be like, all right, I'm buying a ticket to the other side of the country. I'm going to go live over there for a while. Like, people are like, huh? You're like, nah, my intuition's taking me there. And it's impulsive and it's crazy. But you know what? You know true happiness because you live in the way that you are detached. And honestly, a lot of people need to learn a little bit from someone like you. Obviously not to an extreme, but it's just like some people are like, oh, I really would always want to do this, but I can't because of this and this and this. You're like, no excuses. Go out and do what you want, you know? And that's kind of really exciting. And you have this sun-like energy to you. So basically people be like, you're like the sun. Like, you know, people say like, you're my, you know what I mean? You have this bright energy, this bright aura, and this energy, you give energy to others. You could be like a life coach here as well. Like, I can really feel like that. But you have a purpose in life, and you know that. And that's why you trust your intuition and you're impulsive. And you'll always find your happiness because you know not to compromise your own happiness for somebody else. So, you know, eventually you'll find your place in the world. And until then, keep on adventuring, and people don't hate you for it. As a matter of fact, they love you for it. They're like, take me on one of your adventures. Like, you know, I want to try something new with you. You know, you're always the first to try something new. You're brave, you know. It's not even like brave because it's like you just don't even think like of, you know what I mean? You're not negative, so you're not like, oh, what if this happens? What if this happens? You know what I mean? So it's like people just love that. They wish they could be as free as you, and that's awesome. Freedom. All right. Option number 9, what do people love or like about you? Here we go. All right, there you have it. You have extreme tolerance and patience, an amazing work ethic, and a lot of energy. So, you know, especially people in the workplace, they are jealous. Like, you are able to work really hard on a project and get the project done quick and get it done right. And not only that, you're good at like dealing with pressure, so you might be in a high pressure environment and people are just so jealous that you could just handle it, or just, if anything, like you always handled things pretty well, or you were good at making it seem that way. And not only that, I feel like you're a really good performer, so people know what they're going to get out of you. So I'm sure your boss especially loves you if this is you right here. If not, if you have a company, your clients love you. Like, I'm getting this like strong work side to you that is so strong. It's work ethic, and you appreciate other people's viewpoints. So you probably work in a career where you need other people's ideas to come together. I'm sorry, choking or something like that. So I really do feel like yeah, you are really quick to get the job done, and that's awesome. And I also do feel like you just have a way. Like, you're really kind of magical when it comes to getting things done, and also just like running errands, anything like that. I just feel like you just understand people too as well. You have good emotional intelligence, and you just get people. And honestly, I think people instantly like you. But you're the type of person people like more as they get to know you, because you're full of little surprises. Because you're not just one way. You can be quick and you can take your time with things, but at the end of the day, like you're like a box full of surprises, and it's a good surprise. Whatever the surprises is good. All right. Option number 10. What do people like about you? All right. Interesting. All right. Okay. Let me take this one in. You have what I call accountability. So you know how to look within oneself and really judge things from a critical standpoint. You might be highly critical, but people like that about you. And you know what? You are the type of person to be like, hey, you know what? I was wrong, And people are like, wow, like, that is such maturity. So you have a maturity about you. And not only that, you have strong energy, and you accept the cycles of life very easily. So I'm getting another old soul over here, but there's something more to you than that. And people kind of think you're like, they don't even know what to think of you. They're honestly kind of afraid of like how comfortable with yourself you are. They're like, how can they spend so much time by themselves? Like, I don't get it. And people don't really get you, but you know what? You really understand yourself and others pretty well, and that's all that matters to you. People love that. You have this ability to change people's lives, and this is kind of big if you really think about it, because you are able to look within yourself and criticize yourself and work on yourself. You can do anything. You've gone through so many deaths and transformations because of that, and now you're able to do it with others. So I would not be surprised if this is involved in your life purpose. And taking ownership of things is one of the mature things that people just do not do, and that's why people love you. You're like, wow, like, this person really knows how to work on themselves. So maybe you got experience in martial arts or something, or just self-development. You probably have self-development books all over the place. I have them. You're good at understanding people, and you know what? You have the ability to really, when you do eventually come out of your shell, give this wisdom that blows people away and changes their life. And you're very smart, too, I have to say. This is probably one of the more intelligent. Not that anyone who picked any other cards is not intelligent. It's intelligence. It's like what people love about you, You are just incredibly well-read and incredibly scholarly. But I feel like it's almost self-taught. It's not really like, you might have gone to school and got an education, but it's through life experience and observing other people's experiences that you became the way that you are. So awesome. You take ownership for yourself. And not only that, you take ownership for other people too, and you're able to really communicate with them, what they need to do to get where they need to be, and that's a powerful gift. So people have picked that up about you. You can even see there's an owl over here representing wisdom. So and just deep knowing and this fire of just being enlightened. So all this imagery here with the death card means you're here for transformation, and you can transform other people's lives with this powerful energy. And people may have not read you that deep. I'm getting into it, but I really feel like they know that you are mature and wise and respected, and you have comfort being alone, and like nobody else does. You don't need anything to make you happy, but your books and your development on yourself. You will sacrifice what needs to be done to get the job done, and people have picked up on that. All right, last but not least, number 11. Priorities. All right. So yes, this is okay. So what do people love about you? All right. You know what, I can't even talk right now because I'm my last card. You know how to really order your life in a way that things just come together. So you're probably really good at motivating people, setting goals, reaching goals, hitting them. And not only that, when you make a goal, it's like nobody can get in your way. And honestly, like, you know your priorities. So it's like you will make time for people and everything like that. But if you know where you're going, you have no problem getting there. So people are shocked, like, how well you can reach your goals. Like, if you say, like, I'm going to do this, like, couple weeks later you did it, and everyone's like, wow, like, most people don't even do what they say they're gonna do. And you have a gift of, like, entrepreneurship or just motivating others, and you have and only that, like, I feel like people are kind of intimidated by you because you have no problem like telling people, like, back off if they're in your way or if they have, like, no good motive. So I feel like there's an intuition here too as well to you, but it's like a good business savvy. And I almost just say, like, you basically understand the importance of manifestation in life. Like, you know that if you want something, and in order to get it, you have to go through this. You have to manifest, then you have to go out and do it. Like, you understand the chemistry of how to get things done. And you're, like, you have no excuses for lazy people. You do not like lazy. So if everyone's around you, they automatically feel motivated. You probably hear people say, like, wow, I feel so motivated just by talking to you. So that's a powerful thing, and you could definitely use this gift in your career. You can pretty much manifest anything you want, and people are just shocked, and they love that about you. But you know how to do it in a priority kind of way. It's not in a way, like, where you just pummel down everyone you love to get where you need to be. No, it's not like that. It's just that, okay, I gotta focus on this. I'll be there for you later, blah, blah, blah. All right, so people just really love that about you, and that's awesome. So you're just the type of person that people can really be around and get motivated. Yeah, and you know how to tell people how to prioritize their life. So if your friend comes to you and they're crying about their love life, you could be like, hey, you know what? Like, I can see that that's kind of out of balance because you need to focus on work a little bit and focus on yourself. Like, you know how to rebalance things in people's lives. Point out what's flawed in people's lives. What's flawed in their manifestations. I wouldn't say balance is your main function because you definitely are a goal setter, and that can be excessive, but to other people, it's amazing, and they just love that about you. So awesome. You are the law of attraction, you can do it type, and people need that in their lives. And it's more than that. It's a fiery passion that you have for life that people wish that they had. So, yeah. There's my reading. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And like I said before, I do have personal readings and all this other stuff available, and I'll be uploading more frequently. And I hope you guys enjoy your day, night, whenever you get to this. I'll try to upload this as soon as possible. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.